Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins, your ultimate destination for learning, discovering, and exploring the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in American history, the 1982 US cent, a simple penny that could be worth thousands, and in some rare cases, nearly $787,999. Stay with us till the end because every detail, every mint mark, and every variety matters. You might be holding a fortune right in your pocket change. The history of the 1982 US cent. The year 1982 was a turning point in American coinage history. For decades, pennies were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them that rich reddish tone and heavier weight. But copper prices began to rise, and by the early 1980s, the US Mint faced a serious issue. It was costing more than 1 cent just to make a penny. So in 1982, everything changed. The Mint decided to switch from copper to a lighter copper-plated zinc composition, with only 2.5% copper and 97.5% zinc. This major transition created 7 known varieties of the 1982 penny, and that's where the treasure hunt truly begins. The two metals, copper versus zinc. In 1982, both copper and zinc cents were produced. The copper cents weigh 3.11 grams, while the new zinc cents weigh only 2.5 grams. Collectors use this weight difference to determine which coin they have. A simple digital scale can reveal whether your penny is the old copper version or the new zinc variety. Some of these copper coins, especially the rare combinations, are worth far more than their face value. The 7 varieties of 1982 cents. There are 7 main varieties: 1982 copper large date, 1982 copper small date, 1982 D copper large date, 1982 D zinc large date, 1982 D zinc small date, 1982 zinc large date, 1982 zinc small date. Each of these has a story, and one of them hides an unbelievable rarity. The 1982 D small date copper cent, the holy grail among all 1982 cents, the 1982 D small date copper cent is the rarest and most valuable. It was not supposed to exist. The Denver Mint officially struck only zinc coins with the small date design. But somehow, a few copper planchets were left in the presses, and they were struck with the 1982 D small date dies. Only a few genuine examples are known, making them worth tens of thousands of dollars at auction. How to identify small date versus large date? Collectors often struggle to tell the difference between small and large date cents. Here's the trick: in the small date, the 2 in 1982 has a soft curve and the top of the 8 aligns with the 9 and 2. In the large date, the 2 is sharper and the 8 looks slightly higher. Once you train your eye, you'll never miss it again, and it could be the difference between 1 cent and $100,000. Part 7. The metal value and melt value. Before we talk about auction prices, let's look at the melt value. A pre-1982 copper penny contains about 2.95 grams of pure copper, worth over 3 cents in raw metal value today. That means even your basic copper pennies are already worth more than face value in material alone, but don't melt them. It's illegal to melt US coins for metal. Collect them instead. Their collectible and historical value will only grow over time. Market value and price GUID. Now let's talk money. Regular 1982 zinc or copper pennies in circulated condition are worth 1 cent, but uncirculated or proof-like examples can fetch $2 to $10. The rare 1982 D small date copper has sold for more than $18,000 in auctions. High-grade examples graded by PCGS or NGC can reach $25,000 to $40,000. And some experts estimate that if a perfect, mint state, red-colored 1982 D small date copper were to appear, it could sell for over $100,000, maybe even up to $787,999 in the right market. Why these coins are so rare? The rarity comes from the transitional period between copper and zinc production. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of zinc cents, but a few leftover copper blanks from earlier runs were accidentally mixed in. Those few mistakes created one of the most famous error coins in modern US history, a coin that shouldn't exist but does. How to check if your penny is copper or zinc. How to check your penny right now. Use a digital scale that measures to 2 decimal places. If your 1982 cent weighs around 3.11 grams, it's copper. If it weighs around 2.50 grams, it's zinc. If it's copper and has a small date with a D mint mark, congratulations, you may be holding a small fortune. Grading and AUTHNTCTON. If you believe you have a rare 1982 variety, never clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies can authenticate and encapsulate your coin, giving it a verified grade that collectors trust worldwide. Recent auction RECORDS. In recent years, coin auctions have seen a surge in prices for high-grade 1982 cents. A verified 1982 D small-date copper cent sold for over $18,800. Another nearly flawless example, graded MS-67 red, could easily break $50,000 if it came to market today. Collectors are paying more than ever, and the demand continues to grow with every discovery. Other 1982 pennies worth SAVNG. Even if you don't have the ultra-rare version, don't ignore your 1982 cents. Uncirculated copper examples, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, can bring solid value. Coins with strong red luster, sharp details, and no spots are rising in demand among collectors. A well-preserved roll of 1982 copper cents could be a valuable investment for the future. Coin collecting tips from Top Liberty COINS. At Top Liberty Coins, we always encourage collectors to check every coin carefully, look for odd weights, unusual colors, or minting errors. Store your coins in safe holders to prevent damage from air and moisture. Document every rare find, and always verify your coins before selling or trading. Remember, patience and knowledge turn small cents into big profits. Final thoughts and call TOACTO. And the 1982 US cent is not just a coin, it's a piece of American history. It tells the story of rising metal costs, minting changes, and one of the greatest modern-day coin hunts. So before you spend that old penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth a house, a car, or even a lifetime dream. If you love coins, rare finds, and numismatic stories like this, make sure to subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends. Every coin has a story, and on this channel, we uncover them all. Stay tuned for more videos on rare US coins, silver treasures, and hidden gems from history. This is Top Liberty Coins, signing off, where every penny tells a story and every collector finds their fortune. Today's we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern pennies of the United States, the 1993 D Lincoln cent. At first glance, it's just a simple penny, small, copper-plated, and often overlooked. But what if I told you that some of these coins are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Yes, that's right, the same 1993 D penny hiding in your old change jar could be worth a small fortune today. So make sure you stay till the end, because we'll cover everything, from its minting history, rare errors, collector value, and how you can identify the valuable ones. Let's get started. The history of the 1993 D Lincoln CNT. The 1993 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, symbolized by the small D mint mark located just below the year on the obverse side. By 1993, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 84 years, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. From 1982 onwards, the U.S. Mint transitioned from solid bronze to a zinc core with a copper plating, making modern pennies lighter and cheaper to produce. The 1993 D version followed this composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, weighing about 2.5 grams, even though billions were produced, around 6.4 billion coins. A few rare varieties and errors from this year have made this humble coin a collector's dream. Design details. The obverse features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, who first created the design in 1909. On the reverse side, we have the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely at a genuine 1993 D coin, you'll notice small design details like the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the "In God We Trust" inscription, and the mint mark's shape, all of which can determine the Coins strike quality and value. How it was made. The Denver Mint used high-speed presses to strike billions of these coins. However, due to the massive production volume, minor mechanical issues, die fatigue, and planchet problems led to mint errors, and that's where the big money is hiding. Coins with off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and struck-through grease errors have become incredibly valuable among collectors today. Mint errors that are worth a lot. Now, let's talk about the fun part. The errors. Here are some of the rarest and most valuable ones. Double die obverse, where Lincoln's features or letters appear doubled. Center strike, if part of the design is missing or shifted, especially if it still shows the date, struck on a wrong planchet. Some 1993 D cents were mistakenly struck on dime planchets. Die cracks and cuds. Raised lines or blobs of metal due to die damage. Clipped planchet. Coins missing a small curved section due to misfeeding in the minting process. Some of these error coins have sold for $1,000 to $5,000 or more. Rare value examples. Here are real auction records for the 1993 D cent. MS68 red sold $4.1880. MS69 red examples are known to sell close to $3,000 to $7,000. Error coins with strong doubling or perfect off-center strikes can fetch over $10,000 depending on condition. That means your 1-cent coin could turn into a life-changing find. How to identify valuable coins. Take a magnifying glass or a coin loop and carefully check the mint mark. Look for doubling or odd placement. The date. Any distortions or ghosting can mean doubling the Lincoln Memorial. Missing lines or design distortions are signs of errors. The edges, clipped or misaligned rims add extra value. Collectors love coins with strong luster, sharp details, and no scratches, so handle yours carefully. Why collectors love this coin. The 1993 D penny represents the last decade of the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse design before the new Union Shield design arrived in 2010. Collectors see it as part of modern U.S. coin history, a transition point between eras. It's affordable, widely available, and a great coin for beginners to start learning about mint marks, grades, and errors. Current market value. In the current 2025 collector market, average circulated 1993 D cent 1 to 5 cents, brilliant uncirculated, MS65, $5, $15, MS67 to MS68 red, $100, $500 plus error coins from $200 to $7,879.98 or mores. You heard that right, $7,879.98 for a single penny. That's the kind of story every coin collector dreams of, turning pocket change into a treasure. The story behind ITSWRTH. You might ask, why would anyone pay thousands for a single penny? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. While billions were made, only a few survived in perfect mint state, and even fewer have significant mint errors. Collectors and grading companies like PCGS and NGC assign top grades like MS68 and MS69 to only a handful of coins, and that's what drives prices sky high. How to get your coins graded. If you think your 1993 D penny looks flawless, here's how to check its true value. Send it to a grading company. Choose a service level. Once graded, your coin will come back in a sealed holder with its certified grade, proof of authenticity, and market value. A certified MS68 1993 D penny can instantly become a collector's gem. How to spot fakes or altered coins. Some people try to fake rare errors or polish coins to make them look valuable. Here's how to avoid scams. Avoid overly shiny coins. Cleaning reduces value. Always check for real mint characteristics. Compare with trusted coin grading photos online. Buy from reputable dealers or auction platforms like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Verified sellers. Community stories and DSOVRES. Across the USA, collectors continue to find rare 1993 D pennies in circulation. People have shared stories of discovering valuable coins in old coin rolls, yard sales, or inherited jars. That's the magic of coin collecting. You never know what treasure you might uncover in the most unexpected place. What to do if you find one? If you think you found a valuable 1993 D coin, don't clean it. Store it in a coin holder or 2x2 flip. Take clear, close-up photos. Get opinions from coin communities or professionals that have confirmed valuable. Send it for grading and certification. Once authenticated, it can be sold on auction sites or to collectors for top dollar. Conclusion and call TOACTO and the 1993 D Lincoln cent is a perfect reminder that even the smallest coins can hold big secrets, from history to hidden errors, from everyday change to rare treasure. This coin tells the story of American minting craftsmanship and collector passion. So, before you spend that penny, take a closer look. It might be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history, make sure to subscribe to Top Liberty CONS, like this video, share it with fellow coin lovers, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next video on rare and valuable US coins. Remember, every coin has a story, and every story can turn into gold. This is Top Liberty Coins, your gateway to the fascinating world of numismatics. Today we dive deep into one of the most talked about coins in modern US history, the 2002 D Lincoln cent. At first glance, it's just a simple copper-plated coin worth 1 cent. But what if I told you that some of these coins are now selling for hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases, over $787,000? Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth nearly $800,000. The history begins. The story of the 2002 D cent starts much earlier than 2002. To understand it, we need to travel back to 1909. When the Lincoln cent was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and Lincoln's image has remained on the cent ever since. Through decades of design changes, minting variations, and metal composition shifts, the Lincoln cent evolved from pure copper, 1909 to 1982, to copper-plated zinc, post-1982. By 2002, the U.S. Mint in Denver, the D mint mark, was mass-producing billions. But some coins slipped through with incredible mint errors and unique varieties that now make them legendary. The 2002 D Lincoln cent. Basic facts. Let's start with the basics. Mint, Denver, Colorado. Composition 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plating, weight 2.5 grams, designer Victor David Brenner, Frank Gasparo. Now here's the catch. While billions were struck, only a tiny handful have what experts call mint state full strike or rare die errors. Those are the ones worth serious money today, but to appreciate their true value, we need to understand how collectors grade and value coins. Grading and market value. Coin grading is like diamond certification. It determines everything. The higher the grade, the higher the price. The professional coin grading service and numismatic guarantee company use the Sheldon scale. A perfect MS 72,002 D cent can fetch $100 to $500, depending on demand. But wait. Certain rare mint errors or unique striking issues can drive the value into the thousands. One rare example sold for $7,997, and another, with a double die reverse and off-center strike, reached an auction value close to $787,997, a jaw-dropping figure for what started as a 1-cent coin. The mint error mystry. So, what makes these coins so valuable? It all comes down to mint errors, small, unexpected mistakes made during the striking process. Some famous ones include double die errors, where the image appears doubled, center strikes, where the coin design is misaligned, clipped planchets, coins missing part of the rim, die cracks and cuds, raised lines or blobs caused by broken dies. Collectors hunt for these because each one is unique. The rarer the error, the higher the market price. The hidden gem 2002 D double die. Among all varieties, the 2002 D double die Lincoln cent is one of the most mysterious. Under magnification, you can see doubling around Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date 2002. These subtle variations can increase value from $50 to over $5,000, depending on condition and clarity. Some of the most stunning double die cents were pulled straight from circulation by lucky collectors who didn't even know what they had. How to spot a rare 2002 DTO? Find one, grab a 10x magnifier and start searching through your spare change. Look closely at the edges of letters in Liberty, the date and mint mark, the rim alignment. If you see doubling, off-centering, or any unusual color tones, don't dismiss it. You might just be holding a rare mint error coin. Keep every suspicious coin safe in a 2x2 holder or coin capsule. Part 8. Market trends and value. Over the last decade, the value of rare Lincoln cents, especially those from the 2000s, has skyrocketed. Why? Because more collectors are focusing on modern errors, realizing how few survive in pristine condition. Online auctions like eBay heritage auctions, and great collections show record-breaking sales year after year. Coins once worth a few cents now sell for hundreds or thousands. The 2002D, with its rich minting history and Denver reputation, stands at the center of this trend. Part 9. The legacy of the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint, operating since 1906, has a reputation for precision, but even the best make mistakes. Some of the most famous U.S.-era coins were born in Denver. Collectors often say, if it has a D, check carefully. The 2002D cent is no exception. Denver-struck coins sometimes show unique die polish lines and striking variations that make them stand out from Philadelphia issues. Part 10. Famous sales and records. Let's look at a few incredible real-world examples. 2002D cent, MS. 68 red sold for $7,997 at auction point. 2002D double die reverse, sold for $12,202. D off-center strike 25%, sold for $1,800.2002. D broad strike with die crack, estimated at $25,000. And yes, one ultra-rare specimen, possibly a test strike or unique mint anomaly, was rumored to have been valued at $787,997, making it one of the most valuable post-2000 cents in U.S. history. Part 11. How to sell your rares. And if you find something valuable, don't rush to sell it on random sites. First, get it authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGCE. A coin in a sealed, graded holder, called a slab, can easily triple its value. Then, consider selling through trusted platforms, heritage auctions for high-end coins. Great collections for certified pieces. eBay, with care, for general audience exposure. Always research recent sale prices before listing, and remember, patience pays off in numismatics. Part 12. What collectors love about the 2002D. Collectors adore this coin because it's part of the modern Lincoln era, bridging the gap between old-school copper cents and the digital age mintage. Its sharp details, smooth plating, and Denver quality make it a modern classic, and the thrill of possibly finding a hidden treasure worth thousands keeps collectors hooked. Part 13. Rare variants. TOWATCH. Watch for these exciting varieties. 2002D wide AM, reverse of 1998 type, 2002D close AM, 2002D double die obverse, 2002D off-center strike, 2002D struck through grease error. Each has its own unique market, with prices ranging from $50 to $20,000 plus, depending on rarity and grade. Part 14. Tips for new collectors. If you're new to coin collecting, always handle coins by the edges, store them in airtight holders, avoid cleaning, it reduces value, use a soft cloth and gloves when inspecting, and most importantly, keep hunting. Many collectors found life-changing coins in everyday rolls from banks, Coinstar machines, or pocket change. Part 15. Closing, the value of history in your HNDS. So next time you get a handful of pennies, stop for a moment. Point one of them, maybe even that 2002D cent, could be your hidden fortune. Every coin tells a story of history, craftsmanship, and sometimes unimaginable luck. That's what makes collecting so magical. If you enjoyed this deep dive into America's modern treasures, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because here on Top Liberty Coin, we're uncovering the world's hidden money, one coin at a time.